embark on self-determination because according to him, the Nigerian constitution makes it very clear that except you pass through the National Assembly, that if you don't pass through the National Assembly, it's illegal because the constitution says that Nigeria is one indissoluble entity. When we talk about the United Nations Charter, African Union Charter, on those self-determination, Nigeria is a signatory to all of
yes, yeah, they made reference to it, but they said in Nigeria the constitution did not allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except to go through the National Assembly. So doesn't that constitute a breach to someone's fundamental human right?
Hold on, I'm coming. Okay. It's deliberate. This particular thing you are telling me now, it is not constitutional for you as an individual to seek for self-determination. But Sheikh Gumi told you and I that bandits and terrorists from all over the Sahel and all that, they have the right here that we should even pay them and compensate them for something we did not do to them. Is that not what Gumi said? That we should compensate them. And these are foreign terrorists in Nigeria's soil. And Nigeria said that the federal government of Nigeria should compensate them. But he did not tell us how we offended them or what we did. Meanwhile, they are not even Nigerians. So, look at the contradictions. Trying to justify evil because you want to be politically correct. Just imagine. If that man has not been speaking and talking, we say maybe. But he came out openly and said it. Foreign terrorists, so foreign. They invited them here, and look at where we have found ourselves in the hands of these terrorists. Yet the federal government of Nigeria didn't say anything wrong with that. They did not even come to. They have taken over the land. Do you know what that means? This is very clear to the whole world. How these people have come to take over part of Nigeria and constitute a nuisance there. Yet, the federal government of Nigeria have not been deemed it fit to ask them to get out of Nigeria. But Nnamdi Kanu, thank God they recognize that he was agitating for self-determination. Thank God they recognize that fact. But now use the terrorism, whatever, to add it. So, all these people that have been killing people in the southeast, including Sari Dokubo, who told us how we were contracted to kill Igbos. Nobody said anything about it though. Why are you killing Igbo? What did they do wrong? What did they do wrong to you? That you have to contract somebody to be killing them. And yet, when they say no, I will not agree to this killing, they become bad people. I mean, we should have gone to sleep or had other bed like Benue and Plateau people, and they will take over our land, I mean. That is when you become a good person. So, have you seen it? No. If they didn't say no, we will not allow this. It will have become like Benue and Plateau, where an entire village we are sacked and taken over and renamed. Is that not the crime Nnamdi Kanu committed? Because he said, because I listened to all the things they said. The man was very, very emphatic on not giving up Igbo land. Is that not what he said? That they will not give their land to Janjaweed from Chad and Sudan. Look, Mr. Okoro, or any other person listening, it is not possible for this infamy to continue without any problem coming along with it.
No, Barrister, nobody wants problem.
Listen, I want a problem. It can come in different forms.
Okay.
Look, when you have decided to take over my land while I'm alive, is that not a problem? Or are you not seeing it? No, tell me, is that not a problem? You people like to hide. I don't know why nobody wants to talk.
Barrister, you are talking.
No, we are not talking enough. If we are talking enough, this thing will not be happening. Even what made Nnamdi Kanu to start agitating? Is it not because of what happened? How can you collect people from outside Nigeria and say they should come in here and take over Nigerian land, Mr. Okoro? Our brothers from the southwest, our brothers from the south, you people are keeping quiet. Abi? It is turn by turn, though. It is turn by turn. I'm not joking.
All right. Now, Barrister, do you think that Nnamdi Kanu helped to destroy his own king by opting to defend himself? I want us to end with that discussion.
The man knew already. When he started, when he said he has that they told him what is up. I mean, that's it. They told him what is up. So he decided to gamble. And you can see the gamble himself. You know, I told you here that I know that the one.
And he's been very belligerent recently.
Because yes,
look at what transpired in court.
Of course,
you know, DSS was pushing him around and said, "No, you don't touch me."
If you are in his shoes, Unko, is that not what I was saying here? There's a way you push an old woman, and a very dangerous curse will come out of her mouth. She knows that she cannot fight you as an old woman, but she can issue curses. Yes, that's what's going on here. When you push an old woman roughly, evil words will come out of her mouth. And God help you with that evil word. That's what is going on here. How can you be treating him like this because of where he come from? Is that not the only reason? Mr. Okoro, please tell me, have people not done more than Nnamdi Kanu in this country today? Have people not done more than Nnamdi Kanu today? And yet, nobody is even talking about it. They are trying to make it look as if Nnamdi Kanu is the devil himself. Meanwhile, the real devils are there, operating. How many people did you see Nnamdi Kanu kidnap? How many villages did the IPOB go and they took over and said people should not go to war or farm there? You know?
He was busy defending his words, defending his people who had been attacked by others.
Exactly.
Now, the Chief Prosecution Council, Awolomo, said that the blood of innocent people killed on the orders of Nnamdi Kanu will find peace with his conviction.
Yes, so yes.
How about the lives of innocent people who have been and still killed cold blood by known terrorists like Boko Haram, like Urawa, Mahmuda, and all of that? Don't they deserve peace?
That is the shame of this judgment. The shame of it all. The blood of who and who. This other God came out and said, look, nobody should sit at home again. Mr. Okoro, did they hear it or not? They didn't. They will not make reference to it. Now, they capitalized on that and started doing what they are doing in Southeast, thinking that God is not watching them. All the army of occupation they do to the Southeast, why couldn't they stop the insecurity there? Mr. Okoro, if actually, why couldn't they do something? Rather, they went to work, amplify it, and they were using it to chop. They were using it to make money. You can see. I say when you want to hang a dog, you give it a bad name. That's what they did in the Southeast. Because Nnamdi Kanu. Look, do you think that the Igbo man is very stupid? No, he's not. If they were not convinced on what Nnamdi Kanu did, they would not even listen to him. They will not follow him. They will not care. But because they saw what is going on, the propaganda, the deceit by the federal government, that's why they believe that this young man has a very good case that he's pursuing. If Nnamdi Kanu did not do what he did, Southeast would have been more than Benue and Plateau because that was their target. If you check, they've already taken over the north. They are taking over the middle belt. Of course, the Southwest, there are people already here. It's a question of order and everything will be over. So the Southeast was their target. And then Nnamdi Kanu saw this thing. By the way, why is it that the federal government has not asked themselves, why is this insecurity coming from a particular ethnic group that came into Nigeria? Please, is that not what you and I am talking of from my brothers from the Southwest and the South? Are you not supposed to have a meeting and say, come, why is it that these people are giving us headache? Taking over our land, raping our women in our farmland? Is that not a serious issue? You people are keeping quiet, it will get your turn. I remember when this thing was going on, what was that thing that happened that they said Igbo did not take part, Abi? End hunger strike. Good. It will get your turn. It will get your turn. I'm very, very convinced. It will get your turn. Let me see what you said that time. It will get your turn. Where is all the world today? Because of the same people. This showman was defending his own people. That the foreign terrorists that the federal government allowed was killing the people at Igbo. And this showman said, no, they chased him into exile now. And oh my God. I don't even know what has gotten wrong to us. I'm not joking. I don't know why indigenous people of Nigeria are keeping quiet. Why the foreign terrorists have taken over our life. Just yesterday, Ghanaians were telling us that they have surrounded the Southwest. I said, really? And you are around the Kakanfo. You are telling us that terrorists have surrounded your people, Abi? In part of Ogun State today, you cannot go to farm. You dare not. Somebody's land, somebody's farm. Foreign terrorists came here and took it over. And the federal government just pretend as if it doesn't matter. But they can kill Nnamdi Kanu or, vilify him. And everybody say, hey, it's okay, yes. Hey, he was belligerent in court. He was very aggressive. He was this and that. Hey, didn't Nnamdi Kanu kill them in court? These other ones that will tell you they are coming and they will come. What have you done? Mr. Okoro, what have you done to them? Is it not when you take care of small issues that may result into bigger issues? You cut it off. Is that not true? But when you allow this thing, you remember how this thing started with Boko Haram? You never knew it was an agenda. All of a sudden, 7 of them appeared. And more are still coming as we go into 2026. More are still coming. Who is them to come? Federal government of Nigeria.
But how do you say it's federal government of Nigeria?
No, it is me. Somebody
we have porous borders. We understand that we have one child.
Please keep quiet. Let me hear. They gave you 400 names of those sponsoring terrorists. What have you done with it? If you are not in complicit, if you are not in cahoot with them, why are you trying to shield them? But you can bring in Nnamdi Kanu to court, expose him. By the way, have you heard or seen anywhere where they are trying all these terrorist commanders?
Yeah, one of them was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment.
You only had it. When was he tried? Did you see when he was being tried? Did you see when that man was being tried? Did you see it? We only had that he was sent to
obsession too. They read it. They want to go to court. You know that.
But Nnamdi Kanu
because Nnamdi is a political. He's a political.
They said he's a terrorist. What are you telling me? They said he's a terrorist. They said he's a terrorist. That's what they call Nnamdi Kanu.
So why are they giving him this prominence?
Well, I don't know. I don't know for you. What I know is that they tried him for terrorism.
Okay.
These other people, they tried him for 2 fights. That's it. Yes. You can see the contradiction and the infamy. It is a shame on federal government. Shading people. The one that these people came from outside Nigeria, Mr. Okoro. They are not even from Nigeria. And you are pampering them.
Barrister, we have porous borders. That's part of the problem.
Look, how did the Toju Bello come into Nigeria?
That's in porous border.
And now you are entered here.
As at last 1,907. It's unmanned border. By customs, by immigration, by police, by the army. So why wouldn't they come into Nigeria?
Yes.
Why would they pour into Nigeria?
Listen. It is not enough for you to have porous borders. But when they have entered,
not those porous, unmanned. The word is unmanned borders.
Listen, when they have entered into your territory, territorial jurisdiction for Nigeria, and they are operating here, and you are now dining and whining with them on a daily basis. Mr. Okoro, what does that tell you? Please, what does that tell you? Is that not what gave them the impetus to be coming? If the first set of them that entered here were wiped out, wouldn't they know that here is too hot, they won't come. But when they enter, you start pampering them, giving them all the logistics. Giving them all the privileges you can't even give to our military. You gave it to them. Why wouldn't they work stronger? You can see. You can see what is agitating Nnamdi Kanu's mind. Because when you see all these things, what does that tell you? Everything that man said in his broadcast is against taking his land. It's against what is going on in Nigeria. Did he say he wants to take over the whole country? No, he said Igbo land, Biafra land, that was what calling upon. Yes, he wants to protect his environment. What is wrong there? Since the federal government cannot do anything.
Okay, now, Barrister, I'm happy that you have brought us to this point once again. Now, what will be the consequences of this sentence on the state of security in the South? What do you expect? What do you see coming?
Look, I will advise my people, let them keep calm, IPOB or ESN, just remain calm. God will fight your battle. He said the battle is his own and vengeance belongs to him. Don't bother yourself about these things. Look, Mandela suffered the worst thing. At the end of the day, what happened? Mr. Okoro, we even shaded them when they were fighting apartheid. Is that not true? They went through worse experience. Today, what happened? So, please, my people, don't be discouraged. Just keep calm. Go about your business. Pretend as if nothing happened. The shame will be on them. They'll be in life sentence. Nnamdi Kanu, don't worry. If your lawyers want, they can go up for appeal.
Yes, I was coming to that.
So let them.
Open to
like
appeal.
I said before, yes, appeal is supreme. So let them do what they want to do. But don't do what? Don't play into the hands of your enemy. Let them do what they want to do.
Barrister, I'm happy that you are giving this advice, but let's take away emotions and sentiments. What do you think will be the state of insecurity in the South? Do you think that the young men will point to the streets?
No.
So how about
we are past that stage.
Okay, but Barrister, how about Monday at home? Do you think it will come to an end?
Why not?
Already, in some parts of the South, it is already gone by, you know.
Yes.
People don't sit at home on
if the security agencies of government does not take advantage of it, that's the truth. If they don't take advantage of it and claim that I don't know who I don't go call now. I don't know who they call now. Whether they will still call the ESN and IPOB.
Because Simon Ekpa is in jail.
In jail. So I know what I'm telling you now. So let's see how this security will continue on the surface. Then you now ask yourself, who is now behind it?
Okay, now, Barrister, do you think that this thing is going to prop up, this sentence is going to prop up and another leader of the IPU?
It's very likely. Okay. Because I remember what Mandela said when you were released. They asked him the same question. He said, look, if the situation that warranted what they did with ANC comes up again, that he will do the same thing all over. He said it. Because nobody wants to be a slave in his own land. That is not what causes problem. When you are unleashed foreign terrorists into my land, to come and take by force. So, Mr. Okoro, have you seen where a Fulani man went to do his business and he bought, a land or, paid the necessary fees and all that to do his business? Is it not by force of arm? Please, just mention. My brother from the South, just tell me where every Fulani man is doing legitimate business and then he paid for it for the land. So, you will come somewhere and take my land, Abi, and you are there oppressing me, telling me what in my own land, and you want me to be happy.
Barrister, I like for us to be fair and factual. We also understand that some of the lands occupied by these Fulani men, that they are giving to them in exchange for cash by leaders of some communities. Haven't you heard that? Yes.
No, hold on, please, hold on.
Barrister, they don't just
hold on.
We understand that some community leaders take money from them and say, okay, you can stay there.
But look, the reasonable thing for you to do in acquiring any land is to what? Documentation. No matter who wants to scam you or whatever, it's not enough. Is there any tribe in Nigeria that does business more than Igbo man? No, tell me, is there any tribe that does business more than Igbo man? But anywhere they go, they rent a shop or buy a land and build a house there. Is that not how they do things in Isokoro? How can you go and tell me that one chief gave you as if you don't know what you are doing, Abi? By the way, the land they gave you, are you not supposed to demand for documentation? Eh? If they gave you that land legitimately, are you not going to show that yes, this is, you know? Why should you come all the way from the Sahel to come and take the dot in a circle that is Ebola? The land in the north is not enough for you, Abi. Eh? Look at all the vast land in the north. It's not enough for you. It is for you to come here and take the small piece of land that you and your jihadists left for us. That's why they took Kwara and the Kogi from the southwest. They now want to go to the southeast and take the land in Chuabi. Just look at how these people are gradually, and the federal government of Nigeria is not seeing anything that is going on here. We thought a Santana will correct all these anomalies. Do you know that what is causing problem in South Africa today? Ramaphosa said, look, I am going to redistribute the land so that the indigenous will have a share of their own land. And that is what Donald Trump is raising head. That the whites have been shortchanged. You can imagine. Look at all the vast land in the north. Something that you and I should be talking about if you want fairness. Niger State is the south of the entire southwest. Can you just imagine? Yet they will leave it and come here to dominate again. And you people are keeping quiet, Abi. You are keeping quiet, Abi. Okay. Are you to hear Yoruba Ronu, Igbo Ronu, South Ronu? A time will come when you can no longer Ronu. By that time it will be too late.
First, what's the meaning of Ronu?
Think.
Okay.
Think. Because it's better to pursue the black sheep in the great time. It will get to a point, it will be too late for all of us. I'm not joking.
Okay, now, Barrister, we are still in the southeast. My question specifically was this thing now. Okay, how is it going to affect the state of security in the southeast? We have advised them, okay, not to do anything.
Yes, no, that's not.
Put everything in the hands of God.
Of course.
Barrister, you have become a philosopher.
Because the matter has not ended.
Okay, we'll talk about the appeal in a bit now. I want us to look at the political solution. Now, some people have said that, look, that the government knows what it is doing, that the government is just giving him this life sentence. Say, look, young man, you are not beyond us, we can deal with you. But that the government is not going to do that. That is a matter of time that they will say, okay, probably, because our lawyer in my court said we are going to appeal to our Court of Appeal and probably to the Supreme Court.
Of course, I said it here now. That's okay.
Now, Barrister, do you think that the political, because we heard Bianca Ojukwu said, look, it's a matter of time that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. When she was made minister, we didn't see that happen. It's over a year that happened. Barrister, is it now that the political solution will come? Like a lot of people, like you say, that the president should enter another prosecution, for Nnamdi Kanu. Do we expect the president to say, okay, now I give you presidential pardon? Is that going to happen ahead of? Because some people have also said, look, that the president is going to use that to score a political character, a political goal ahead of 2027 to win the South. Do you see that?
Whatever is happening here now, I can see that the government want to please the northern oligarchy because Nnamdi Kanu did not give them the opportunity to do what they wanted to do in the South. So, because I remember them calling on Gulag. Is Gulag is the only person, making these people, they think they're clever. They don't pinpoint, go and pick some points here and there to make it look like, in fact, that is the worst crime anybody can commit and all that. Gulag, that is that form that killed him. But the other people that all these terrorists was not killed, Igbos, high level Igbos that they killed. Did anybody mention their name? Did they talk about them? You can see. When they kill you is okay, but when you retaliate, you become a bad boy. They'll ask you, why did you do that? I remember when one lady said he's going to poison the people from Lagos, Abi Yoruba and the Edo people. You remember that girl from Canada? Good. I became Dabri pursued her out to Canada and said they should arrest her, this and that. The Canadian police now called the lady and said, come, look at what you are doing. Why should you say such a thing? That the lady now said, he brought out evidence that they started this thing. Now look at what they said to her and her people. The Canadian government said, oh, if that is the case, please, this is your, you have no case to answer. The Nigerian government should go and settle their tribal issue. Case closed. Do you see where people balance issues, Mr. Koro? You can imagine. I said, when they tell you, when they call you a thief, say, yes, I'm a thief. That's the only. But when you say, no, I'm not a thief, you have the man to say you are not a thief. When I call you a thief, why not accept you? Who are you to say, to challenge me? That is what they want you to be in Nigeria, Mr. Koro. The other one who claimed to be a man of God, you have what he told us. That the Igbos are under a cause. We can never rule Nigeria. These are the type of narrative they want you to absorb. You can imagine an Igbo man coming out to say what will happen. These are a primate, a man of God. Though, look at what he vomited from his mouth. When you now reply him, they will say, don't you know he's a man of God? Why did you reply him? Why should you talk to him? As if he spoke with God or God spoke with him. These are the things that is really, really annoying me. You see a people that are diligent in their work, peaceful people. Instead of you to appreciate it and even embrace them and copy their way of doing things and all that, you say no. Because they are peaceful, they have now become what? Your whipping dog. Anybody that wants to do anything now, as long as you don't talk and. But when you react, look, I have told you, Mr. Okoro, I have told the government, you see, you can't beat a child not to cry, you. Not even to an Igbo man. We are very peaceful, quite all right. But if you say an old woman cannot run, that does not mean when they go to carry her small box. So, did you hear me? This thing that Igbo man is peaceful, Igbo man, yes, we agree, and you are taking advantage. The day you put them to the wall, don't blame anybody, because this insult is getting out of hand. Where did they go to talk to Prime Minister Ayodele that the Igbos are under a cause? Who calls them? Mr. Okoro, who calls them? Meanwhile, I don't have time. I would have told him who actually is under a cause.
No, Barrister.
I don't know. You're not agree. But let his conscience search him.
Okay.
For saying that. This is a part of what the Igbo man has suffered, though.
Barrister, we are no reason. Barrister, as custom, we talked about what this sentence would mean, for the state of security in the Southeast. Now, do you think that this sentence, Nnamdi Kanu's sentence to life imprisonment, will end the agitation for the sovereign state of Biafra?
Look, it will end it because right now, I wouldn't want anybody to do anything untoward. Just keep calm. Like I look, let them keep calm. There's no need. Their conscience will judge them.
It will not end it, my brother. Stop talking that rubbish.
The matter is still ongoing.
It will not end it. It will not end the agitation.
Is still there.
The question is, will it end the agitation? It will not end the agitation.
When that is now, rested, we now say, okay, this matter is rested.
You and Peter,
but for now,
it will not end it.
Let nobody anywhere, both outside and inside Nigeria, say you are an Igbo man, this and that. No, please. Relax yourself as if nothing happened. That is the way to embarrass your enemy. When he's making noise and threatening, just pretend as if you didn't see him at all. His conscience will not judge him.
So apparently, both the marginalization which led to this and the agitation itself will remain frozen.
Of course.
For how long, Barrister?
For as long as the occasion demands.
The Barrister, you are talking rubbish.
As long as the occasion demands, we are going to we have seen 99. What is 100?
You are talking rubbish.
Don't worry yourself.
When you talk about frozen day.
Israel, how many years in Egypt? 400 and
this is where you are talking rubbish. When you say the agitation will stop, will be frozen. Who is going to frozen it? You must be insane. That's how you people that are politicians, your political brain will always be there. That your selfish interest of politicizing things will always be there. You will speak and talk good. You think that they're making sense. Before you know it, they will go directly to nonsense. After all this shout, you shout and shout and shout and shout and shout and shout and shout. It will end in politics. Already they have started doing that campaign. They have started doing that. Oh, don't make noise. Don't do anything. Don't fight. Let us build our political strategy. Elect people who can be able to fight for us. Let us now leave it and now elect people who can be able to fight. Nonsense. Arrant nonsense. Agitation will not stop. You're an idiot for saying that. Agitation will not stop. We should stop deceiving innocent people. Stop using us for your dirty games and dirty gambles. After shouting and shouting and shouting and shouting, at the end of the day, you're telling us to go to politics. You are sick.
30 years. At the end of the what happened? At the end of the what happened? Forget that thing I told you. With what I know of this thing they are doing, they are even making the Igbo man more stronger and more bolder. You don't know? They are making him more stronger by this thing they are doing to him all over the place. They said, if you are holding a brave man on the ground, you are holding yourself. Is that not true? Is it not when you release the brave man, you now stand up? Thank God, all of them have recognized the potentials in Igbo man in Nigeria. They know. So, continue to suppress him.
Isn't that recognition part of the problem?
Then continue to suppress him now, and let's see how Nigeria will move forward. Don't worry yourself. Is it not a shame that up to today, and 65, Nigeria cannot manufacture ordinary nail? I mean, quality product that can compete with any of them from America or UK. Up to today, we are seeing behaving like kindergarten. Meanwhile, the Igbo man have the potential to take Nigeria to the moon. But you keep him down, thinking that whenever they make any move, you say, as long as from Igbo man, no, don't agree. Don't agree.
So, Barrister, should I take that as
look at what you know what they did at the Project Development Agency in Enugu?
Yes, I know.
By now, that place would have been the home of technology, the whole of Africa. But with the Nigerian government deliberately keep it down because of the Igbo initiative. Is that not true? Then they continue to suppress us. No, don't worry, we'll not bother. It's a shame on them.
Okay, all right, Barrister.
Nobody said that we cannot rule.
I would like for you to use 30 seconds to give your concluding thoughts on this.
My concluding thought is that nobody should bother himself about the judgment.
Okay.
Even didn't they crucify Jesus Christ? Every Sunday you now go to church and beg the same man for forgiveness after you have crucified him. Look at that.
All right.
So when they're persecuting you, just relax. Your God is fighting for you. Don't worry yourself. When the time comes, the truth will be revealed.
Okay, when the time comes,
yeah,
will be revealed.
exactly.
We will have to end this conversation because we're out of time. I must say a very big thank you.
That is where you spoil the whole thing. When you say that we have to frozen the struggle, you are talking rubbish. When you tell us to fold our hands, don't do anything and allow God to come from heaven and fight, that is absolutely rubbish. Arrant nonsense. You are speaking about that, saying that out of your own greed, because of your own political interests, because you want to serve the interests of your political party, you are still engraved in that zoological republic. That's the difference between us and these people. They know the problem, but they are scared to talk about the solution. They know the problem, they cry about it, they shout about it, they explain it, but when it comes to solution, they don't want it. They don't make any effort. They are not putting any effort to get a solution. So after all this shout, you shout and shout, you are telling us to frozen